Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today's video is going to be about if Rey is a Mary Sue or not. It seems to be the general consensus among people that don't like the sequel trilogy that Rey is a Mary Sue, and I'm here to tell you why she isn't. First, I want to make sure that everyone watching this video knows exactly what a Mary Sue is, so I'm going to tell you the definition right now. A Mary Sue is a type of female character who is depicted as unrealistically lacking in flaws or weaknesses. In The Force Awakens, we are introduced to Rey, and she is in the desert scrapping for parts to sell for food in order to stay alive. You can tell that she's been there for a while, especially because she has a counter on the wall where she marks every single day that she's been there, and you can tell that she's really struggling to find the things that she needs to live. I believe people's main problem with Rey is how easy it is for her to defeat other people, especially main characters in the trilogy. As I said before, she has been in this desert for a very long time with only her staff to defend herself. Obviously, over the years, she would become very good at using her staff to fight off thieves and other people trying to attack her. Now, I know Anakin's saber is much different than a staff, but it is still somewhat the same concept of fighting, so you could see how she could pick up on it so easily. But now let's go into the Force aspect of it, which I think is people's main problem with Rey. So people don't understand how Rey could be so powerful so fast if she was nobody, which obviously we know she wasn't nobody, but let's just for the sake of argument say that she was. And people had a problem with her being powerful with the Force even though she's nobody. Well, first of all, we don't know where all the Jedi in the Jedi Order from the prequel era come from, and I'm sure not all of them come from a lineage of powerful Force users, and yet they are all Jedi. Why did no one complain about all of them being so powerful when they were nobodies? I mean, a lot of the most powerful Jedi were nobodies. Obi-Wan was a nobody, Mace Windu was a nobody, and even Palpatine was a nobody. But let's get back to Rey for a second. In The Force Awakens, Anakin's lightsaber, yes, Anakin's lightsaber, not Rey's, not Luke's, Anakin's lightsaber calls to Rey. The lightsaber probably felt she was strong in the light side of the Force and knew what her future would hold if she took the lightsaber, so it called to her. So that's a hint right there that she's strong in the light side of the Force. Let's move on to explain some other scenes now. One of the most complained about scenes in the trilogy is when Kylo is interrogating Rey and she fights back. What we came to find out is that their connection through the Force is a very unique one, so that's why she can read his mind as well as he can read hers. Ultimately, we find out this is because of the Force dyad. People are probably going to respond to that and say that Snoke didn't create the dyad or create the Force connection between Rey and Kylo until The Last Jedi, but this is not true. Snoke did not create the dyad, he just enhances it when he bridges their minds. Now we're going to move on to the next scene that people complain about a lot, and this is going to be the Battle of Starkiller Base from The Force Awakens between Rey, Finn, and Kylo. So Rey is on the ground defeated, and Kylo does not know that she has gotten up. Kylo then calls the Skywalker lightsaber to him, only to find out that Rey called the lightsaber at the same time, and Rey actually won the Force battle between Kylo and Rey. So people have no idea how Rey was able to win that Force tug of war between her and Kylo for the Skywalker lightsaber. It makes it seem like Rey's Force power is greater than Kylo's at this time, but this is just not the case. Kylo was just extremely caught off guard in the moment, and he did not expect Rey to be calling the lightsaber to her at the same time. So Kylo didn't put all of his energy into calling the saber. But then Rey beats Kylo in a lightsaber battle, kind of. Kylo was never really trying to kill Rey, he just wants her to join him. He even says to her in that moment, "You need a teacher, I could show you the ways of the Force." And that's when Rey has her epiphany and starts to use the Force and use it against Kylo to win the battle. Kylo was also extremely injured from the bowcaster that Chewie shot him with earlier in the movie. And as they demonstrated earlier in the movie on stormtroopers, the bowcaster kills most people that it hits. So it's actually amazing that Kylo could survive that hit and then still almost win a battle against two people. Now we're going to move on to The Last Jedi. So Rey trains with Luke for a while, learning what she can before leaving to go meet Kylo. And then Kylo kills Snoke instead of Rey, and they fight the Praetorian Guards together, making their Force bond even stronger than before. And as we now know, Rey can gain power from this connection that they have formed. Her mind just naturally downloads things that Kylo has learned that she hasn't yet. So she is naturally stronger with the Force without having to train as much, because Kylo has already done the training and learning for her. And then at the end of The Last Jedi, we see that Rey actually has the Jedi texts that we thought were destroyed. So obviously she's going to learn a lot from these texts, because the Jedi put their entire history in these books. So how could she not learn a lot and become one of the most powerful Jedi ever if she's in possession of some of the most knowledgeable books ever when it comes to the Force? And then between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, she had Leia teaching her. And now that Luke is gone, who better to teach her than Luke Skywalker's sister? Between having the ancient Jedi text and having Luke Skywalker's sister teach you, it would be pretty impossible for you to not become very powerful. There's nothing Mary Sue about learning from ancient books with a lot of knowledge in them, or learning from the sister of a very powerful Jedi, arguably the most powerful Jedi ever. Not to mention she is also bonded through the Force with the nephew of one of the greatest Jedi ever. As for the way that she kills Palpatine, I have no explanation for that. But that's not really a Mary Sue thing or showing how powerful Rey is. It's just really bad writing, and it's making Palpatine look weak more than making Rey look powerful. But also in The Rise of Skywalker, when she fights Kylo and they fight to a draw a bunch of times, that is Rey trying her very hardest, and Kylo isn't trying to kill Rey in those moments, while Rey is trying to kill Kylo. Kylo still from The Force Awakens just wants Rey to join him. He does not want to kill her. So throughout the entire sequel trilogy, Kylo never really really loses to Rey. The only time he ever really lost to Rey was towards the end of the Rise of Skywalker in their final lightsaber battle. Kylo actually did try to kill Rey because he got very frustrated, and he kind of figured that Rey would never join him after that moment. But even then, the only reason why he actually lost to Rey was because his mom distracted him, and then Rey kind of hit him with a cheap shot that would have killed him, but then she ended up healing him, and you know how the rest of the movie went. So in my opinion, throughout the entire trilogy, Rey really displays no Mary Sue qualities. But that's just my opinion, and I don't even really like the Rise of Skywalker. I just don't think that people calling Rey a Mary Sue are right in any way. But all film is subjective, and I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. So if you like the video, make sure that you leave a like on the video, and if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's new videos every single day. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next one.